Am 18 and still can't do my shoelaces. Should I be embarrassed? For a cat that's 18 years old, wearing shoe is definitely impressive, so wear the slip-ons proudly. I too have a 30-years-old cat who can't tie them properly. He just attacks the lace and moves on. Haven't seen him embarrassed ever. Don't let the shoelace get to you. https preview.red.it/g4ocifgo2m91e1.png width equals 1438 and format equals PNG and auto equals WebP and S equals 693 D5F8C 7FB8C 91 of 434,447 The 8F6BBD 9790B 5257F. In all seriousness, unless it is essential for you to know how to tie the shoelace for your lifestyle, it isn't a big thing. I am 24 and I do them once for every shoe. After that I will simply slip inside. I'm 29 and still can't do my shoelaces correctly. Don't worry, you're not alone. No, you shouldn't feel embarrassed about that. It's difficult to coordinate. I have a problem with my hands and I cannot use zippers very well and I drop a lot of things. It's just one of those things that make you you. I don't mean that it defines you. It's just something that you struggle with. There is people who cannot read, write, jump, etc. We all got something that we struggle with. Doesn't mean that it's something to be embarrassed about. Just remember that if anyone gives you a hard time for not being able to tie shoelaces, they're not better than you. No, but I love your cat. My kiddo got a huge Fruit Loop in his bowl, took it to school and made new friends about it. My son is autistic, nonverbal and about to be 13. It's been a bit of a lonely time for him. But he goes to an amazing public school and they treat him like he's the most important person in the world. Every day, they treat all the kids this way. Yesterday he got this weird Fruit Loop in his bowl and decided to take it to school to show his teacher. They made the biggest deal about it. They showed his class, made a special trip to show the principal, had the lunch ladies examine it. They declared it miraculous and mentioned it in the announcement. Found a giant Fruit Loop this morning. Make sure to ask him about it. People did ask him all day. He felt like the coolest kid in the school. He even made a new friend. He came home so happy and couldn't wait to tell me his news. New friend, quote, with the biggest smile. This Fruit Loop is now called the Friend Loop and is carefully stored in a Tupperware and zip lock. I was just going to post Fruit TOOB, but then I read your post. That's really lovely. Absolutely beautiful man. Wholesome and fortified. Love this story. My son is 5, also nonverbal. This warms my heart. I don't look autistic. Should have bit him and said that he would become autistic at the next full moon. I often ask if they are confusing autism with Down syndrome to make them feel as stupid as they deserve to feel. Seems like he was. He is an ignorant fool. If what he said hurt your feelings or made you uncomfortable, I understand, but I just laugh at his foolishness. Don't want friends like that anyway. He really just insulted both the Downs and autism community. It's weird how so many PPL mistake autism for Down syndrome. Neurotypicals. How dare you challenge me? Exclamation mark. As an autistic man, I can definitely relate to this. I relate more to the second person. Being sensitive to rejection and growing up with trauma makes me think if you throw criticism while I'm being open and vulnerable, you're trying to pick a fight. Only I don't punch back. I simply cry. Is that why they always call me combative? Whilst I agree this does happen and it's frustrating, I find there has to be nuance in scenarios. Not every disagreement is conflict. Sure, if a person is combative and dismissive and feels insulted, it can be annoying, especially when we just want extra information. It's also equally annoying when someone on the spectrum cannot accept being wrong or won't try to understand either. How you communicate does matter. I think some autistic individuals aren't aware how blunt or cold they sound. How black or white the thinking is. In an ideal world, we'd get intention or hints. But a little clarification goes a long way. I'm not suggesting people censor themselves or mask. Merely that they question why they created that reaction. A little self-reflection. Again, I'm trying to be clear with the distinction. Bullish, dismissive, ignorant intention versus misunderstanding. This was me today T_T. My client went berserk after I asked her one simple question to clarify what she wanted me to do. I feel like I'm in the twilight zone sometimes.